I recently saw a sedan hit 487,000 miles on its original engine and transmission. It came in for an oil change, not a funeral. After 20 years of watching engines blow and customers cry, I've found 4 sedans that simply refuse to die. The number 1 car on this list? It's practically immortal. If you want a car that outlasts your payments, you need to see this. Today I'm counting down 4 sedans that have earned legendary status in every shop I've worked in. I'm ranking them by what actually matters: total cost to keep running, how often they strand you, and how many of them I see limping past mileage numbers that would kill most cars. Saving the most bulletproof for last. Let's get into it. Number 4 is the one nobody talks about. And honestly, that's exactly why it's a killer deal right now. While everyone fights over the usual suspects, this one quietly crosses 250,000 miles in the background. Had a 2016 Mazda 6 Touring come in last spring with 214,000 miles. The owner was a sales rep, lived in that car. Put 40,000 miles a year on it for 5 years straight. I expected the usual high-mileage disaster list. You know what he actually needed? Brake pads and a cabin air filter. That's it. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder in these things just doesn't quit. But here's why mechanics respect it. Mazda went simple when everyone else went complicated. No turbo, no CVT, no dual-clutch transmission trying to be clever. Just a naturally aspirated engine and a traditional 6-speed automatic. Fewer failure points. And their Skyactiv engine runs a 13:1 compression ratio, high for a regular gas engine, which means better efficiency without the maintenance headaches of direct injection carbon buildup that plagues a lot of competitors. Repair costs? Shockingly low. Average annual maintenance runs around $481 according to RepairPal. That's nearly $150 less per year than the segment average. When something does break, parts are reasonable. Water pump replacement, around $400 to $600. Compare that to $900 plus on some European alternatives. If you're shopping for one, target the 2016 to 2018 models with the 2.5 naturally aspirated. Check for rust on the rear wheel wells if you're in the salt belt. That's the weak spot. And ask about transmission fluid changes. These 6-speeds love fresh fluid every 60,000 miles. Bottom line on the Mazda 6, it's the driver's choice among reliable sedans. Handles better than anything else on this list, looks good doing it, and will absolutely embarrass some owners who paid twice as much for a German badge. That was the underdog. Number 3? That's when we enter so reliable it's boring territory, and I mean that as the highest compliment. Number 3 has been making mechanics look lazy for decades. Not because we don't work on them, we do. But it's usually oil changes, brake pads, and what else you got? The answer is usually nothing. I worked with a guy named Marcus for about 6 years. Fleet mechanic. Maintained a company fleet of 47 vehicles. You know which ones he said gave him the least trouble? The Accords. And this wasn't biased. The man loved Fords personally. But he told me once, I can predict the Accord maintenance schedule down to the week. Nothing surprises me. That's what reliable actually means. Not exciting. Predictable. Last month, I had a 2014 Accord roll in with 289,000 miles. Original everything, engine, transmission, even the AC still blowing cold. The owner just wanted new struts because the ride was getting floaty. I've seen that story play out 100 times with these cars. The secret sauce? Honda's 2.4-liter K24 engine from the 2008 to 2017 Accords is genuinely hard to kill. Timing chain instead of belt, so no $1,200 timing belt service every 100,000 miles. The automatic transmission in those years isn't Honda's best work. The older ones had issues, but the 2013 Plus 8-speed has been rock solid. Fair warning though, the 2018 Plus models switched to a 1.5 turbo and a CVT. Too early to call those Immortal. I've seen some oil dilution problems. If you want proven reliability, stick to 2013 to 2017 with the 2.4. Cost to keep one running? About $400 per year on average on a 10-year-old model. Transmission replacement if you beat on it, $2,800 to $4,200. But that's rare. The most expensive common repair is the AC compressor, around $650 installed. That's your worst-case surprise with a well-maintained Accord. When you're buying used, check the VIN. There was a recall on the 2013 to 2015 models for a battery sensor issue. Make sure it's been addressed. Look at the serpentine belt and tensioner. If they look crusty over 100,000 miles, budget $250 to replace them. That's preventive, not broken. Perfect for daily commuters, families who want space, anyone keeping a car 10 plus years. Skip if you want luxury features or head-turning style. The Accord is the khaki pants of sedans. Nobody notices it, and that's kind of the point. Mechanic math on the Accord. The depreciation curve is so predictable that you can buy a 5-year-old model, drive it for another 150,000 miles, and your total cost per mile will embarrass a new car buyer. Alright, that was the sensible pick. Number 2 is where we get fancy, and I don't usually use that word for cars I respect. But this one earned it. Number 2 is the car that proves you can have luxury without the luxury repair bills. This is the only sedan on this list where the badge costs more than the problems. 3 years ago, an older gentleman brought in his 2007 Lexus ES 350. He was the original owner. The car had 312,000 miles on it. 312,000. On a luxury sedan. And you know what was wrong with it? The rear brake pads were low. That's it. I asked him what his secret was. He just shrugged and said, oil changes every 5,000 miles. The dealer wanted 7,500. I never trusted that. 17 years of, I didn't trust the dealer. That car looked better than some 2-year-old leases I see. Here's the truth about the Lexus ES. It's a Toyota Camry in a tuxedo. That's not an insult. That's the highest compliment I can give. Same platform. Same 2GR-FE 3.5-liter V6 that Toyota has been refining for nearly 20 years. But with better sound deadening, nicer leather, and about $15,000 extra on the window sticker. The genius is in what Lexus didn't do. They didn't add a complicated air suspension system that costs $2,500 to fix. They didn't use experimental transmission tech. They just took something that works and wrapped it in quiet luxury. Now, repairs cost a little more than a Camry, you're paying for the Lexus parts markup. Brake job, $400 to $600 instead of $300 to $450. Water pump, $600 to $850 instead of $400 to $600. But here's the thing. You'll do those repairs less often. The ES 350 has one of the lowest frequencies of unscheduled repairs in the entire industry, luxury or not. If you're shopping, the sweet spot is 2013 to 2018 ES 350. Avoid the ES 300h hybrid from early years. The hybrid battery replacement gets expensive around 150,000 miles. On any ES, check the dashboard for cracks. There was a common issue with UV damage. Lexus extended the warranty on it, but some still slip through. Perfect for anyone who wants a quiet, comfortable highway cruiser that won't nickel and dime you. Parents buying a first car for college kids who need reliability without attracting attention. Professionals who want luxury without German repair bills. Skip if you want sporty handling. The ES is not an athlete. It's the sedan equivalent of a first-class airline seat, comfortable, refined, and designed to get you there without drama. Here's the mechanic verdict. I've recommended the ES to more friends and family than any other luxury car. Because it's the only one where I'm not worried they'll call me 6 months later asking what went wrong. That was luxury done right. But number one? Number one isn't just reliable, it's reached meme status in the shop for refusing to die. The number one most immortal sedan mechanics praise? It's the car that shows up with 340,000 miles asking for an oil change like that's normal. Because for this car, it kind of is. I need to tell you about a 2007 Camry that became a legend at our shop. Customers bought it 89,000 miles in 2012. I drove it for 11 years. Brought it in for the last time with 437,000 miles. 437,000. Original engine. Original transmission. We called it the cockroach because nuclear war couldn't kill it. And when it finally died, it wasn't the engine. It wasn't the transmission. The frame rusted through in a spot that made it unsafe to drive. The mechanical parts outlasted the metal shell. Let that sink in. The Camry's secret isn't any single thing. It's the accumulation of boring, proven choices. The 2.5-liter 2AR-FE 4-cylinder is detuned from what it could be, makes about 203 horsepower instead of being pushed for peak performance. That means less stress on internal components, longer life. The 2GR-FE V6 is shared with Lexus and has been in production since 2005. Toyota's had almost 2 decades to work out every quirk. But the transmission, whether you get the 6-speed auto or the newer 8-speed, uses proven torque converter designs, not CVT or dual-clutch experiments. And Toyota got smart about timing chains early, so no maintenance interval anxiety. Costs? Some years the Camry averages under $350 in annual maintenance. That's oil changes, filters, and the occasional surprise, which usually isn't surprising at all. Major repairs that I rarely see: transmission rebuild around $2,200 to $3,400. Engine replacement? I've quoted them, but usually for cars with 350,000 plus miles where the owner is basically donating to science at that point. Drop a comment if you've owned a Camry over 200,000 miles. I want to see if your experience matches what I see constantly in the shop. If you're buying used, 2012 to 2017 is the sweet spot. The 2007 to 2011 had some oil consumption issues on the 2.4, not a deal breaker, but check the oil level. 2018 Plus went to a new platform that's a bit stiffer and handles better, but the earlier ones have the track record. Check for strut mount wear after 100,000. That's the only known issue that costs you anything, and it's a $400 fix. Perfect for anyone. Seriously. First-time buyers, commuters, families, Uber drivers, your grandmother, people who want a car that starts every single morning without drama for the next 15 years. Skip if you want a personality. The Camry has been called appliance-like as an insult, but I think of it as the highest form of compliment. Nobody has a personality-driven relationship with their refrigerator. It just works. The Camry is that for transportation. But here's my final verdict on the Camry. If you took every hour I've spent repairing Camrys versus repairing their competitors, the Camry number would be embarrassingly low. That's money I didn't make because nothing was wrong. And that's exactly why I recommend it. So there you go, 4 sedans that have earned legendary status in every shop I've worked in. The Mazda 6 for the drivers, the Accord for the practical buyers, the Lexus ES for the quiet luxury crowd, and the Camry for everyone who just wants a car that starts every morning like it's supposed to. You now know more about what reliable actually means than 90% of shoppers walking onto a dealer lot this weekend. While they're being talked into extended warranties and protection packages on questionable choices, you know exactly which badges have earned their reputation. Now, if you want to know the cars that mechanics absolutely refuse to work on, the ones where the repairs cost more than the car's worth, I made a whole video breaking those down. It's right here. Watch it before your next test drive. That's 20 years of watching cars live and die, distilled into what actually matters. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.